You might have heard the phrase God is dead by Friedrich Nietzsche. But who was Friedrich Nietzsche? Friedrich Nietzsche was a German philosopher who lived from 1844 to 1900, and his life was almost as strange as his philosophy. At 24 years old, he became a university professor, but due to his chronic illness, he had to leave in his early 30s. For the rest of his life, he traveled around Europe, writing some of his most provocative works ever. In 1889, he suffered a mental breakdown in Turin, Italy, from which he never recovered, and was later taken care of by his mother and then later his sister. Here are 5 things that you must know about Nietzsche before starting his books. First, Nietzsche did not build any grand theory, rather he attacked other theories. He often wrote in provocations to make his readers uncomfortable. He did not just ask what is true, rather he asked why do we want this to be true, often making his readers curious as well as uncomfortable at the same time. Second, his famous line, God is dead, by which Nietzsche meant the moral system that shaped Europe was slowly dying under modernity and science. He was warning about what would happen afterward, what would replace the old religious foundations. The answer might be nihilism, the feeling that nothing has any real meaning. Third, his idea of Übermensch, which is overman or superman. Here, Nietzsche does not mean any physically superior human being. Rather, Übermensch represents someone who can overcome themselves, question inherited values. His idea might be misinterpreted as someone who wants to dominate over the world, but in reality it is how can I become more than I currently am. Fourth, Nietzsche attacked conventional morality. Nietzsche's famous work was distinguishing master morality and slave morality. His argument was that some values developed partly as a reaction against power, strength, and excellence, and society evolved through ranks and gradations. Instead of simply accepting society's definition of good, Nietzsche wanted to investigate who created these values and why, what kind of human beings do they produce. Then comes his idea of eternal recurrence. Imagine someone tells you will have to live your entire life again, every mistake, every embarrassing moment, and you won't live it once, you'll live it over and over again, forever. Would you hate that idea, or would you say, yes, I would choose this life again? For Nietzsche, that question becomes a test of how deeply you can affirm your existence, and that's what his whole philosophy is about. Don't simply inherit your life, examine it, question your values, overcome yourself, and learn to say yes to your existence even when it contains suffering. That is Nietzsche, not a philosopher who gives you a comfortable answer, but the one who forces you to ask. Here are some of his works that you can start reading. First, The Spoke Zarathustra. It's poetic and symbolic. Second, Twilight of the Idols. It's short and great overview of his style. Then comes Beyond Good and Evil, where he shares his views about master-slave morality more directly. And then his most rigorous book on the genealogy of morality, probably one of his best works.